An attractive man with sexual discipline absolutely holds more weight than an unattractive.
Relatively unattractive man enters the chat. So I learned this from a young age. I'm an average looking guy. I'm not, the bitches don't just be swarming my way. Okay? Here's what I had to learn when increasing my value as a man. Let me get this, let me tell you straight. This is absolutely correct. The sexual discipline that you master, that you have to hold because you're an attractive man versus an unattractive man is different. But the control and the hunger is the same. Meaning, as a person, I'm going to speak from my experience as the unattractive, from the unattractive side. You have to become a value based man from an internal perspective. Meaning, because you don't have the fluidity of alchemy based on outward appearance, you have to be sharp, meaning hygiene in order. Cause I wrote it down here. Hygiene in order. Actually, become a value based man. So that means that it's all internal. So that means rising to power with uh conversation skills, charm. You lead, you learn what is truly attractive to women, meaning you actually know how women operate. You actually know what women are like, because it doesn't just come to you, but that doesn't mean they're unavailable to you, right? You have to learn rejection and its transmutation. So because you're not relatively attractive, you have to do in numbers what you don't have in skill, what you don't have in natural ability. So that means that the attractive man may walk in a room and get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 women on a try. You may have his natural getting of the numbers, like let's say 6 in a night. You may have to go through 15 in that night to get 3 numbers, and get one who is just as beautiful, right? You now here's where you get deeper in the sexual transmutation. When you go from the transmutation of rejection into to success, then you have to have standards. Here's where we level out the playing field. When you go from transmutating and winning based on the going through rejection and understanding what truly attracts women, then you have to say, do I just get anybody who will fuck me, or do I just get any basic thing because I don't think that much of myself? Or do I strike for what I truly desire, the highly attractive women? Then, when those doors open to you, then as the unattractive man, you have to practice sexual discipline. Because when you transmute and you actually know what truly attracts women and your standards increase, you have to pick between, do I just get women at level 1, level 5, level 6, no, I would say at level 7 or 10. Because just based on what I know about women, about what truly attracts women, after you go through rejection, you know what it's like to get the pool from 1 to 5. And when you're really hot and heavy, a 7. You can always learn to get this. The attractive man gets the 10s. But if an unattractive man can still have a pool from 1 to 7. The ones, the bottom of the barrels, to the 7s. Okay? And that's where you practice the sexual discipline, because he became a value-based man. He's not physically attractive, so he has to learn value, what women value. Once he learns what women values, it's over. Then you have to say, how disciplined are you? Because he has one thing that the attractive man has, which is testosterone. He has testosterone. So as long as he's able to build his body, build his mind, and build his value, the fields can be leveled. It may not be the same for women, but the based on drive, if he's willing to transmute rejection into winning, then when the opportunity comes, will he waste his sexual energy on getting the sevens and the tens, or will he just get anything that pays him any attention? And then him and the attractive man are fighting for the sevens through the tens because he became a value-based man. And just because you're unattractive doesn't mean your body count can't be high, because you actually know what women are attracted to. And my coworker had to reveal that to me yesterday. He said, if you really know, and he was talking about the ones through the fives, the women in the trenches, with the guy, I forgot what his name is, Corey Holcomb, where he said, I'm gonna get the broke desperate hoes in the projects where I can trick on them, the one through the fives. He can still have a pool, but if he becomes more valuable and actually knows what women are attracted to, and he becomes attracted by working on himself, he can be in the same room as the naturally attractive guy who gets the seven through the tens. But you are right. Most men who don't work on and learn what women are actually attracted to due to the actual marketplace that we live in today, in accordance in many regards, they stay fighting for the one through the fives. And that's why that video was valid. But actually, because there's so many women in the world, the man who's unattractive can have a pool of one through fives, like the attractive man would have a pool through seven through tens. And he has to practice that sexual discipline because he knows what to do for here. Like I said, he knows what to do for the one through the fives. And he can sleep with 200 of them. Just like the attractive man can fight for the women who are, his pool is 7 through 10s. Two different pools. But they both have to practice sexual discipline. Because women are women, regardless of where they deem an attractiveness in the marketplace. It's just that you're in different pools. And the unattractive man can go over here if he really does the self-work. Because remember, there is always a woman who's willing to deal with you. You just have a different pool.